nothing but to make sure it's sustainable. And if you are unsustainable, you will go extinct. And I told you from the very beginning, I have always been on nature's side. I am more a part of nature than the human race. If the human race can't figure out that they some silly monkeys with unsustainable corporations running all the governments and a fiat banking, central banking system around the planet that has to reset every now and then, if you can't figure that out, you're not supposed to be here. All right, there you go. YouTube is working. Now I'm gonna get YouTube real quick because I ain't supposed to be here. I don't believe in abuse. I believe in reality. And if you're not allowed to say real things on a platform, we're not supposed to support it as much. We're not. Damn it, I hate this platform. I don't believe in abuse. I hate it. I believe in reality. I hate this platform because now I'm all excited. I'm seeing the hearts. Damn it, I hate y'all, Facebook. I hate y'all so much. I do. I love y'all and I hate y'all at the same time because they make good software. All right. Today on Gerard, no snot cussing. Yeah, I did cuss, Jonathan. And no okra. I'll cuss when I have to. It's a colorful metaphor. And if there is a lack of words in your dialect, in your thing, your palabras, it's a little Spanish for you. I think that's French. I think that's Spanish. If you don't have the right word to fill in, I don't have any other word that kind of explains my passion at this moment in time other than the fact that I'm a grown ass man. I don't have time for your childish games. I don't have time for you. And being a child is choosing a leader. I'm sorry. I know you don't like that. I will never have a president. I don't have presidents. I know last year I said, it's Donald Trump. He's the president. Y'all should accept him. I know I said that. I changed my mind. I finally grew up. My sack done finally fell. Do y'all know what that means when it comes to a bull? Isn't it a bull with a sack fall? My sack dropped. My sack done finally dropped. And I realized that I don't actually have to be led. I don't need a leader. This is not follow the leader. I don't need anyone to tell me what to do. I can figure stuff out on my own. I can read, write, a little bit of arithmetic, and I don't need to be told what to do. Hang on. I got to get YouTube comments working because I prefer YouTube. I know I don't have the Facebook comments yet, but I prefer YouTube. I thought you won Facebook. I did win Facebook, Lori. I did. I won Facebook. I just came back here, Lori, because somebody said that they thought I was threatened. And I ain't threatened. So I basically came here to just be arrogant for a little bit. Just be like, nope, I ain't threatened. There you go. YouTube, that's my family. That's my YouTube. Y'all see my YouTube family. Y'all, I love y'all to death. Oh, I love y'all. I love y'all so much. I love y'all. Like, Gerard, what's wrong with you, man? You know, you got 50 people or something on Facebook and you preferring YouTube. It's only like 5 people. I love y'all. Who's that? Daniel Santiago. I love me some Daniel Santiago. Gina D. Okay, you're live now. I'm sorry, Gina. I was yelling at Facebook for a minute and I'm trying to like sanitize and PG my hate speech so it'll stay on Facebook, and I can't even share it to the page I'm supposed to be sharing it to let people know that ain't nothing happened to me. I grew up. That's the only thing that happened to me. My sack dropped. That's the only thing that happened. And I barely even know what that means, to be honest with you. Good morning, everybody. Who is that? All right. No purple hearts. Yeah, no love. Let me see. One light. Okay, I had to make sure I read their comments. Now, where's VK, who I'm also preferring? Oh my gosh. I had 5,000 friends this weekend. And I got a whole bunch more friends because I think people realize that I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm an economic realist. I don't believe in conspiracy. I believe in economics. And if somebody's making money from it, then that's most likely what's happening. And so I got a bunch of followers, but I already had 5,000 friends. So I had to get rid of some friends. So I did me an unfriend me now. Did y'all see my unfriend me now? Did y'all like that? I forgot what I said. It was unfriend me now for something. And nobody unfriended me. And I was just like, oh, what the hell? I'm not as good as I used to be. I used to be able to do an unfriend me now and I would lose like 50 people. I was good at it. I was fantastic. And it didn't work. So I had to get married again. I got married, but this time I chose a husband. And I was one of them little apps. And I know I sometimes you got to trick people. So it was choose your husband app and they chose my husband. I didn't like the first one. Be honest with you, I ain't like him. He looked kind of rough and dirty and stuff. So I hit the button again and Facebook gave me another husband. And so I posted it, and I knew it was gonna get the homophobes off. So I knew it was a couple hiding. It's always some hiding. There's always some in there hiding. No, I am strictly. I hate the word straight. I'm not gonna say that because there's no such thing. It's no such thing. I like one type of person. I'll say that, and it's not the man. It's not the thing with the person with the things that I have. I don't like that. But it was funny to me. And of course, I lost like 20 friends. I lost 20 friends. And so I could like add people in. And that way I didn't have to go down my profile and start trying to figure out who's a real profile and whatever. And I'm a man. It's so hard to delete friends as a man on Facebook. Because that's the other reason why I hate Facebook. Because you got all these pretty women on there. I hate y'all. If y'all watch it on Facebook, you sitting in the data center right now, I hate you. I do. I love you, but I hate you. Because half the people on there fake, but they're pretty. And that's another way they abuse me over there. Because they know I'm a man. And they know what I like. They got my profile. They got my like profile. They know all the pictures that I like. And I post stuff on like, oh, he like this type of woman. Like this size, this, that. And that's who the AI is sending the majority of your friend invites to. All right. So there we go. We got that. Where's VK? Is anybody on VK this morning? If anybody's on VK, then I'm going to tell y'all what I got to say. Now read comments and we'll just let it be gone. Let it be done. Nope, I don't see it. No, I don't think VK is not funky today. I don't see anyone. Okay. So anyway, here we go right here. Oh, damn it. I'm supposed to put the Facebook. I don't think the comments are going to work. This is the Facebook thing right at the top. I don't think the comments going to work. All right. That damn is a cuss word. Janet Mora, damn, used to get beat. You get beat in my house for damn. You couldn't know. My father, I had the best kind and worst kind of social distancing. And did y'all see that? Man, it went down there that didn't social distance, tell everybody not to go to the church of the Lord and worship. Did y'all see that? Y'all pissed me off. I'm so done with that. I'm so done. I'm upset with that right now. I forgot what I was going to tell Janet. I was going to tell Janet something. What did Janet say? I forgot what I was going to tell Janet. I had the worst kind and best kind of father because he was Christian and he was military. Oh, the cussing thing. Yeah, he didn't play. He used to throw away our Betamax tapes. He'd throw away our VHS tapes. Janet, how old are you? Are you old enough to know what a rent a video is? We had to go down to the rent video place and you rent movies. That's how you could either go to the drive-thru or you got to rent them. And you had 2 sections. You had Betamax and VHS. And as kids, we go down there and get a video, bring it home, and plug it in this little box. It was called a VHS machine, and the other one was called a Betamax. And it make noises when you... And you could start to play and watch a movie. That's how we used to watch movies on this big wooden box when I was a child. And if you brought a movie in that had any kind of cussing, sexualization, and by sexualization being a Christian military man, which doesn't make any damn sense on the planet. Daddy, I love you to death up there in heaven, wherever you at, the other dimension. But you know ain't no such damn thing as a military Christian. He know that now. He didn't know when it was here, but he know it now. Ain't no such thing. And my pastor was, Janet, he was a Christian chaplain. He did too. I love you. Y'all don't be haunting me and stuff. But I love him too. But they know that you can't be involved with war and be Christian too. It doesn't work that way. Nope, that does not work. You don't have chaplains in the military. You can't have anything to do with bombing, killing, blowing things up, stealing, robbing, looting. Thou shalt not killing or stealing. And that's what all the wars are for. But yeah, Janet, I get pulled around. Yeah, if you brought a cussing movie home, you had somebody who looked like it was in a Sears catalog with some grandma panties. Oh, he'd throw it out, he'd throw the tape out the window, he'd break the tape, and you got to pay for it with your allowance. So no, we couldn't cuss, and damn was a cut. Cut damn would get you smacked in the mouth and beat down. And there's a scripture too that says, "Thou shalt not beat down thine children." I was just trying to watch a Stephen King movie. All right. So I don't think the comment's going to work from Facebook because I'm never free. That's why I hate their platform. I'm never free. I can't ever do and say what I need to, and I'm clicking on the thing and no comments are coming in. So that's that. Oh, you know what? I don't even remember my password. I haven't been here in so long. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try one time to remove and restart, and then I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on in some sort of language that's allowed on Facebook, and we'll see where it goes from there. Good Lord. And I got stuff to do. I have stuff to do. I have children in my neighborhood that's gonna need food. And people, I have food to grow. I ain't got time for this. We were talking this stuff a long time ago. Y'all called it conspiracy, and it was not conspiracy. I remember my password. Let me try it. Oh, damn it. I'm messed up. I don't remember. See if the comments work. Nature will be balanced by any means necessary. Who said that? Brett Carey? Yes, it will. Nature don't give two damns about you. You can believe whatever you want to believe. And if you're believing your government, you're just waiting to go extinct. That's just the reality. You know, government's a system. It likes power. You cannot regulate that. You can't control that. As long as you have one, you're just building a system eventually that will kill everybody. I don't know my password. I ain't even been on Facebook because it's just, I feel wrong just even putting it in. Because you can't be a grown ass woman or grown ass man on Facebook. They got me cussing. I'm so upset they ain't got me cussing. One more time. See if that worked. Oh, it actually worked. I was kind of hoping that it wouldn't. All right, I remembered my password. Damn it. But we'll see if the comments come in. And I got to do this two-step authentication thing. Hang on a second. Oh, you know what? No, that didn't work out. Oh, that looks ugly. That didn't work out right. All right, I don't know. It's not going to work. There's going to be no Facebook comments because I'm annoyed just messing with it now. I'm actually annoyed right now. I know we're deleting this right here because I gave it a minute. I told you we on the outs. Now we're gonna explain. This is what's going on. Yes, Hillary, but I don't think you can say that. That's what drops. But I don't think I can say that. You say that. I say that on Facebook. I'm going to Facebook jail again, and I'm not doing that. I need to be able to make memes and jokes and poke fun at people, and that's the only way I get to stay on Facebook by not doing live streams. So I can't say the S word that just dropped. You okay, Gerard? Oh, I'm okay, Tony. I'm just cussing today. That's all. I'm okay. I'm doing to you. And Tony's like, you're not cussing, bro. Tony's like, oh Lord have mercy. He thinks he's cussing, doesn't he? Yeah. No, I'm all right. I'm good. I'm just trying to tell people what's going on because they think this is the first time that this is the first time they heard somebody say that this was a pandemic, that this was artificially induced. And they're like, well, Donald Trump said it, so it's not true. And all right, I'm gonna lay this bag out for you. I'm gonna lay the bag out for you and I'm gonna go. Did everybody hear him say it? If everybody heard him say it, we're good. I don't have to play it again. If you did not hear him say it, I'll play it again. Bottom line, the first time, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I heard and what I posted too. If you go back on my timeline, you'll see it. So the first time that I realized it was a cuckoo flu is when they said, oh, something's breaking out in Wuhan. I said, okay, something break out in Wuhan. That sounds bad, right? That sounds bad, but it's usually racist. So I'm not really that interested because usually they say that the swine flu and the pig flu gonna come from Asian people, and that's racism. And I don't like that. So I'm like, yeah, I don't think I believe y'all. And then they arrested that guy from, what was it, Canada or upstate New York or Massachusetts? I don't remember. And they said, oh, he helped build the Wuhan laboratory. I said, okay, then that's something going on. Something is actually going on, but it sounds artificial to me if they're already grabbing somebody and it's like 2 days into the pandemic in Wuhan. And then the left and the right started doing their thing. But at that point, I kind of made my decision that it's a cuckoo virus. At that point, I made a firm decision that something ain't right in the Kool-Aid. I hadn't smelled it. I was like, it's like Jim, what's his name? Jim Jones? Down there who did that thing, killed all them people. You smell the Kool-Aid, you smell something like, yeah, this Kool-Aid don't smell right. They're going to be lying from here on out. But to be fair, we got to go back before that because it didn't even start there. It started with the financial analysts, right? The financial analysts have been telling us since Ross Perot that the currency is going to have to be reset. Some people knew back in 1913 and 1933. I was not one of those people. I only found out about 2 years ago. And Tony is one to follow on Facebook if you want to hear somebody fighting with Facebook telling the truthful things on that, on the Federal Reserve. The financial analysts were going back and forth and they were disagreeing. Oh, the currency's going to make it. No, the dollar's not going to make it. Yeah, it's going to make it. It's not going to make it. It's going to collapse. No, it's not. You're crazy. And about 10 years ago, they stopped fighting. And finally, they all agreed the dollar's going to collapse. The world's reserve currency is going to collapse. And when that happens, there's going to be worldwide pandemonium because it is the world's reserve currency. The whole world is going to collapse. So the only way they're going to make this work is they're going to have an orchestrated collapse. That's the only way they're going to make it work. That's the only way you're going to get people to take the next currency scan. And so all the financial analysts agree that this is a fiat currency and it's going to collapse. But it has to collapse during some sort of an event to get people to go for the next billionaires currency scam or trillionaires, the trillionaire. And Albert Bashai is right there on Facebook. He doesn't do live streams no more because he got into some drama with another live streamer. Follow Albert Bashai. Hopefully he starts doing videos again. And he's on YouTube, but I don't ever see when his videos come up because we're supposed to be socially distanced on social media. He was another one. He said it best. He said, America is a looting operation. A looting operation. You literally have a Federal Reserve, central bankers, Rothschild, Rockefellers, rest of these families that are looting the country. And the only way they can keep looting it is if they get a new currency put in. So when that currency collapses, you need to have some sort of an event, worldwide pandemic, some zombie apocalypse, super volcano. Something needs to be happening to get people to go to buy into the next fractional reserve currency scam. All right. And that was before the Wuhan thing. And so I heard about the doctor. They arrested some scientists. I was like, yeah, this ain't smelling right. And then it went to Iran and it went to Italy. Italy was real bad, went to Iran. Iran said America did it. I was like, uh-oh. I was like, here we go. The truth always comes out. And I'm not saying that that's true. I'm just saying the truth always comes out. And then Russia chimed in and they said, Russia said America did it. They said, look at Iran. The top generals or whatever are all getting this thing. They're releasing something's happening. And that's at that point, I knew it was at that point, again, it was confirmed it's another cuckoo virus. That people are using flu season and perhaps some sort of biological change to start up some drama. And then I was watching Bigtree. And other scientists came on and said, this is not bats and monkeys and snakes getting freaky in an orgy and then Chinese people eating them. This was artificially created. And I said, oh, okay, and that makes sense. Bigtree, okay. And Bigtree had another scientist on. I think at that point, it might have been Dr. Shiva, who was a PhD. Then he said this is artificial. And of course, he said it's related to 5G as well. And then Dr. Bashar said it, who is a doctor. He said this is definitely related to, and he didn't give a direct link to 5G, but this is artificial. And there are a few others who said it that I'm forgetting about. And then finally, Donald Trump. Okay. So let's be clear, because people say, you love Trump. And I said, I don't even know who Donald is. I've watched about 10 minutes of pandemic coverage. All right, 10 minutes. I don't know really what he thinks, and I don't know what he says. I know because I've been here for a minute and I'm over 5. I know when people are lying. I know what my country's up to, what they're always up to. Money, profit, power. Making the people look stupid in 2 political parties. And so I was forced to listen to a few minutes of the coverage. And this man said this right here. See, and the reason why I gave you the background is because for some of y'all, this was the first time you heard this. For me, it was not. If you were paying attention with a lot of my friends who actually do research and they don't buy into the narratives because the world is a stage and it's always about playing you monkeys into conflict in this human farming thing, it was the last time I had to hear it. So he got on stage and he was speaking and I was only half listening. I wasn't really paying attention, but I didn't have a choice. I didn't have it on. Somebody else was playing it. And he was, let me see if I'll play it. And he was coming to the end of his section of speaking. This is what he said.
Quick talks on a couple of subjects, and we'll take questions. And it's a beautiful Friday in Washington, D.C. And our country's a great place, and we're getting better. We're getting better very quickly. This was artificially induced. We just said, they said, close it down. You have to close it down. We closed it.
Now, did you hear that? He said, they said, this is artificially induced. You have to close it down. No, he did not mean to shut down, because the close it down did not mean anything other than the shutdown. So this is why I love old people. And so, of course, I proceeded to post, I love Donald Trump. Yes, I said that because I think it's hilarious. I love all old people. I love all people, period. I don't really care about their indoctrination, what they think or what they do or what they say. I think people need to be people. But that's that okay. That's the final nail in the coffin. This was artificially induced, and then he shut it down. When you get older, your mind gets a little weak. It slips. You're in a meeting and, okay, here's an example. Does anybody have elderly parents here? Okay. If you need to put your elderly parent in a home, are you going to go have that conversation in front of them? Or are you going to have a little quiet meeting with your other siblings away from them? You have it away from them. Why? Because you can't tell old people nothing. I love them, but you can't tell them that because they don't care. They get old, they don't care. They're going to tell everything, tell all your business. You say something about your son, they tell your son. You say something about your daughter, they tell your daughter. You say something about your friend, because they need something to say. Why? Because we hate old people as a society. We do, and they know that. We don't like to talk to them. We don't want to be bothered with them. We like to stick them in homes and not even think about them. They know that. So when they get their first little bit of piece of information, they want to share it. And so what I think happened, I think Donald Trump's an aging dude. Getting up there in age. You got a little Alzheimer's creeping in, a little dementia, something happened, tickling his brain or something. And he forgot that he wasn't supposed to say that. He was in the meeting, sitting there with probably the CIA, some Rothschild Rockefellers, Mr. Fence, and Doctor Who, and who else? You gotta be careful the names that you say. The acronym, Cat, Dog, Cat. Cat, Dog, Cat was in the meeting too. And they was all probably sitting in the meeting. And he was like, nah, it's flu season. We're not gonna do nothing. We're not gonna, this is my Trump voice in hand. No, we're not gonna do anything. It's flu season. We're not gonna do anything. And finally, they were like, listen, the plan ain't gonna work unless we get this man to shut it down. We gotta tell him. We gotta tell him. No, we can't tell him. We gotta tell him. No, we can't tell him. He ain't in the big club. He wants to be, but he's not in the big club. We gotta tell him. And finally, he was like, what did he say? He said, they said it was artificially induced. Shut it down. Okay? This was the last time I needed to hear it. It's the first time you heard it. So to you, this is news. To me, it's not news. It's confirmation. It has nothing to do with Donald Trump. It has to do with the fact that he was sitting in a meeting that was secret and he told you actually what's happening in the world. Look at this. This is wrong. Do you see how big this thing, do y'all see this? Look, I'm trying to sit here and talk. Do you see how big that ant is? Look at that monster. Look, this is everything more important than people who have no damn clue how the world works. An ant is more important. Look at that. Ants should not be this big. That's just ridiculous. It's getting warm. I need to get outside. I got stuff to do. And I got this big old monster-sized ant. They're like, listen, you telling us about the world and the pandemic and we scared in the houses we're supposed to be talking about. Listen, this ant was more important. It was tickling my arm. That's more important than people who just can't seem to get a clue and grow up and realize how their world works. So anyway, we're gonna let him walk away. So it's not the first time we heard it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take him off the screen. I'm gonna play it one more time, just in case. We can go back to where he said that this was artificially induced. This is how your world works. This is why you can't trust any plans.
Better very quickly. This was artificially induced. We just said, they said, close it down. You have to close it down. We closed it down and we're healing and we're going to get it better fast. So, Mike, if you could come up, say a few words.
All right. Now, you can't get out of that. You can't misspeak that. That's an old person confirming what all the professionals in the fields of study who were educated and they know how the world works. The scientists, doctors. Oh, and I forgot one. CIA. I forgot that. I'm just rehashing what I said the other day on a quick video and see if anyone's got questions, and we'll look at comments and I'm gonna get out of here. My problem is I have to talk solutions. Can y'all read that or I need to read it for you? I hate reading stuff on the internet. I don't read so well. I know. You're watching a person on the internet that can't read so well. I got bad eyes. All right. I suspect this was Robert David Steele, former CIA. I had no idea who this guy was. I think I've heard something for him before. And they said, oh, he's a Q guy. I literally don't care about A, B, D, C, E, G, F, or Q. I'm on the planet to do my part. I like solutions, which is why I can't be on Facebook live streams, because I have to talk solutions. I can't talk to drama. I like solutions. And I've been giving people solutions since I realized what the solutions were, which is why I stay in Facebook jail. He said, I suspect that all organizations are so, I can't read it. Never mind, forget it. I can't read. You can read it. He told you who was a part of this. This is a man that does not operate a spy operation on Facebook, okay? He does not have a career commenting in Facebook sections. This is a man who actually knows how the world works. He is not a man who listens to political parties and leaders telling him how the world works, who are all bought by the same corporations. This is a man who operated and who understands the reality of the world that you have no clue about, including me. So all Trump did was confirm what all the professional people who have all the professional ability, equipment to speculate about what was happening. All right, he confirmed it. It is artificial. So what do we do? That's where I'm at. I always like to get back down to solutions. Let me get rid of this. And so y'all can see the big 5G thing. And that's why I said I love Donald Trump. I do, because I love everybody. And I love Sister Amanda too. She was the one that was mad at me. I love everybody. I don't believe nobody, but I love everybody. See, artificial induction. If you ever see a tree that has a ladder on it and somebody is like got protective gear and like you hear that in the background, it's called 5G. 4G causes cancer, 5G causes more worse cancer, right? It's a denser wave. All right, it affects every cell in your body. All right. Solutions. Okay, so what do we do? We're here now. What do we do? The first thing is you need to stop being scared. That's number one. That is by far number one. And that's not going to happen until you turn your television on. Okay? That's not going to happen until you look at all the things that I just said, put the dots together and say, you know what? I get it now. I get that I've been being lied to. I get that I can't trust anybody's plan that's lying to me. I wouldn't trust my wife if she was lying, so I can't trust the political parties and leaders and people who I don't even know. I don't trust my husband when he's lying, so I shouldn't trust. Okay, I don't trust my kids when they're lying. Okay, so I shouldn't trust. That's step one. Know who you can trust and who you can't. Can't trust nobody. So to hell with anybody's plan. All right, that's number one. Number two, we are in a kerbuckle. Yes, I have no idea what a kerbuckle is. I just made that word up. That's what I do sometimes. We're in a bad spot. They got us in a jam. I think now, when that mess came here and Doctor Who told one side that you need to shut down the country because they had a plan that your political party didn't know about and they shut the country down, I think now they realize they made a mistake. I think they realize they made a mistake. To explain it, they tried to impeach the guy and it didn't work. Okay? Didn't work. They needed another way to get back at him. His number one thing, which I said in a video freaking 2 months ago, his number one position was job. We're gonna bring the job. They're gonna jobs and slavery. We're gonna bring back some slavery and careers and some jobs so you slaves can have some jobs. We're gonna let y'all pick cotton. We're gonna bring more cotton jobs back than anybody else jobs. So the only place they could get them was jobs. Are you connecting the dots? Do you see what I'm saying next? Is this logical to you? So when Doctor Who, working with Dr. Fence and the cat dog team got together and said we need to shut things down, we're gonna make a whole lot of money selling something that we already have patented and got a cure for, they jumped on it. Why did they jump on it? Well, because they probably paid them to. This is what they do. The medical industry, they own both political parties. They probably gave them a big old check. You need to shut the country down. And they didn't even think about it. They don't have to think about it. The only thing they're thinking about is the next election. They're not thinking about you. Then think about your little ignorant children. Then I think about your middle class. Man, I gotta be careful what I gotta say. This is what I'm saying. I can't do live streams on Facebook because I can't say what I need to say. They don't care nothing about you or your GDP. They don't care nothing about your middle class. All they care about is getting that check so they can win the next election. That's it. So here's your check. You're gonna win the next election. You need to shut the country down. You need to get them to shut it down. And so they forced them. They told them, hey, this is artificially induced. You need to shut it down. And they got them back. Because if we shut down the country just for a week or two, guess what'll happen? He's gonna lose jobs. If he don't have no jobs, then he can't get on stage with the man that can't stop touching children and say, I brought you jobs. Now the only thing he can say is, I crashed your entire economy. And so it went from central banking to some sort of somebody, because it's just so much. It's just so much. Do you see all the different levels of disaster capitalism? Everybody's capitalizing off of our ignorance from the top to the bottom, starting with central banking, resetting currencies, to Dr. Fence, who had a patent and owned the company, who had the patent, who needs to sell you a solution to the problem that you're scared of, to two political parties, one that was going to win no matter what happened, and the other that was so extreme that they will collapse the entire nation to get back at that dude. You see what I'm saying? And so it works all the way down to people with toilet paper at the local level. People hoarding toilet paper, y'all. This is how the world ends. This is literally how the world ends. So we're in a mess. And the reason I said that is to say that so what are we watching now? We are watching them saving face. I think they know now. I think they realize, like, oh my gosh. Now we realize what happened. We got played. We got played for the next election, but we broke America. That's what happened. They broke America. America's broken. It ain't never coming back. I know. And people are waiting on normalization. Normal is dead. Thank God, too. Thank God. I've been praying for this for a minute. I've been praying for normal to die. I didn't really want to die necessarily this way, but we got what we wanted. They're not going to say, hey, we made a mistake. They're not going to say, hey, Doctor Who and Dr. Fence and Cat Dog Cat came to me and gave us money to lobby us to do this. They're going to play it out like, oh, okay, we did it the right way. We shut everything down. We abated the problem. We saved you. Vote for us. Keep us in power. Let's keep the same failed medical system that allowed us to get here in place. The same one that keeps buying us problem to problem to problem to problem to make more problems. They're going to save face. The question is, are we going to let them? That's really what it comes down to, is are we going to let them? We are now in a position to change the world. All right, and this is where I'm saying I only like to talk solutions. I don't do the drama. I have no interest in your drama. It's okay, I'm lying. I do like drama. I do. Sometimes it was the UFOs, y'all. I'm sorry. The Freedom of Information Act request. Y'all know how to get me. The sister sent me the thing where they did a Freedom of Information Act request, and Russia apparently shot down a UFO, and it got out the aliens got out the UFO and turned the Russian soldiers to stone. Oh, I love that. I love stuff like that. I got pulled into that. I do like, but once again, you take that and you apply it to solutions. Is it true or false? Doesn't really matter. We know that things are flying around. We got free energy. We got automation. We got robots. That's my field of discipline, right? Operations development is the department I ran for these big ignorant corporations and industries that bought my government. And I realized that we have the ability to feed everybody. We got the technology, and I don't mean everybody I don't mean Americans when I say everybody. No, we have the ability to feed everybody. We have the ability to house everybody. We have the ability, because we stole the land, to give the land to everybody. We have the ability to free the human race and let y'all live how you're living right now, but a hell of a lot better. Question is, are we going to do it? I like solutions. I don't like drama. Nah, I said that, didn't I? No, I do like drama. I like fun drama. I like UFO and alien drama. But we can free the world. Venus Project, Zeitgeist Movement. We've been saying this for a while. So the question is, are you going to stay in conflict with the other ignorant side, knowing your side is ignorant too? Or are we going to fix the problem? We broke in America. They've already broken. It's a toy that's broke on the floor. Are we gonna literally let them pick up this broke toy that works on colonization, destruction, murder, rape, war, destruction? starving children in trailer parks, ghettos, and barrios, and rolling out technology that they didn't even test that increases illness. Are we going to give them their busted, broken world? Are we going to cheer for the billionaires to get their ignorant world back? Or are we going to say, no, we're done? That's where we are. And I think we need to say, no, we're done. And if you don't know what the Venus Project is, you need to look it up. I talked about it on all my old videos. If you don't know what the Zeitgeist movement is, you need to look it up. If you don't know what the resource-based economy is, you need to look it up. You got plenty of time. You're already finished Netflix. You've watched every damn thing on Netflix and Hulu. Ain't nothing else for you to do but rewatching stuff. Watch a few things that will educate your mind. If you don't know what a resource-based economy is, you need to look it up. Right? All the isms have failed. All of them. Every last one. Your communism, your socialism, and your capitalism. They don't work. They're all based on capital, and the billionaires have all the capital. No matter what system you deploy, they will rule you like a slave. We need a paradigm shift, and now we have the ability to do that. Question is, are we going to do it? All right. Now I'm going to read comments. That's it. That's all I got. You can leave now. You can leave now if you want. All I'm saying is, recognize the abuser. Recognize when people are denying you reality because they're abusing you through censorship or taking big corporate money or rolling out technologies giving you and your kids cancer or got you scared in your house because of flu season and they've been poisoning you with pesticides in the food, water, and air, and nobody has an immune system. All right? So I think they realized a mistake. Now I'm going to do comments and I'm going to get out of here. Good morning, Amanda. Good morning, Susan. Some of your food has seeds, tomatoes, zucchinis, peppers, etc. You can plant them. If nothing grows, you know it's GMOs. And Susan is right. So right now, what do we do? So I don't know if Walmart's is going to completely stop selling seeds, but we know that some are, right? We know is it Vermont and somewhere else? Brother Bill saw it and somebody else saw it. So we know that they're planning on taking the seeds off the shelf. Why would they do that? You have to ask yourself that question. I already know the answer. Why would they shut down your economy, make you stay in your house as they still deploy 5G and Trump, and well, I'm not a Trump guy. I look at stuff and I say that's wrong. They gave you the bill to force the 5G rollout all over the country while you're on lockdown in your house. Well, because 5G, the frequency utilized were the frequencies that are just beneath the frequencies that Raytheon sold to the US government as a crowd control weapon. So now you ask yourself the question, why are they rolling out a crowd control weapon all around your country that causes DNA damage, according to doctors in Michigan, that have caused cancer at the 4G 4.2 gigahertz level, and 5G is 60 gigahertz. All right. Ask yourself that question. Well, the same reason why they're going to pull seeds off the shelf. Because Bob Marley said, a hungry mob is an angry mob. Now you know why they're rolling out the National Guard all over your country. Why I posted, they took the video down, I think. Is the video still up? That big, massive, long train with all the equipment, which we knew was coming. So it's not like a secret. We knew that the National Guard was sending out the National Guard. The president said it. I didn't necessarily know because I don't watch the speeches. I really don't care what the United States Incorporated says from the Act of 1871. I know this government's a for-profit corporation. It is not the Republic. It is literally a for-profit corporation working with other corporations to keep you as a slave, pretending that it's a government. We knew that they were coming. So now if they're putting military on the street, they're arming up, they're keeping food from coming in the country, they're rolling out 5G, there's no end to this in sight, and they're only taking seeds off the shelf. What are they trying to do to you? Right? You have no ability to oppose anybody who owns your food, your capacity to grow more food, and your water. So what Susan just said is what you need. So you need to think about it for yourself. But you can go and get tomatoes out the store right now and plant them. And this is what you need to be doing. Hungry people are capable of everything. Your neighbors will treat you worse than what you saw in the movie The Road if they're hungry. So now if you're watching this video and you can connect the dots. Y'all remember connect the dots as children? And you can actually connect all the dots that all my friends, they'll post a link. These people right here, all you got to do is friend them. All you got to do is friend them, and a lot of them will tell you. And yes, don't inbox me. I know there's something wrong with them. I'm so sick. I get inbox. Don't inbox me. Don't inbox. Tell me something wrong with Maria or Steve or Lori or Trish or Jim. Don't tell me that. I already know. Rebecca. Oh, don't even tell me about Rebecca. Rebecca got videos of crocodiles with her feet in the water. I know there's something wrong with these people. Okay, there's something wrong with everybody, and that's why they're my friends. The things that are wrong with those people is they're free. Right? They don't have a news media giving them their problems. They have their own problems, which are real problems. So don't inbox me. Well, I don't know. Daniel seems kind of weird. I know Daniel's weird. Stop. You don't tell me that. I'm damn friends with Daniel on Facebook, YouTube, and VK. I know he's a weird dude. I love the dude for it, though. He got his own problems, and they're real problems. The dude drink breast milk. He steals breast milk from his baby. I know he has problems, but he has his own problems. He doesn't have problems. He doesn't have fake problems given to him by fake political parties from a fake government doing fake politics in a fake pandemic. He got real problems. He likes his wife's breast milk, okay? I know he has problems, but he knows the truth. Work on getting your own problems sent to your own life and your own family and your own issues, and stop letting television give you your problems, all right? That's how they broke us with the Matrix, is they took your identity. Right? Remember that part in the Matrix where Neo was, he was in the back of the car and they had the bug was in him. Y'all remember that part? I posted a meme, but I'll show you the meme if you want. He had the bug in him. Damn it, I hate Facebook. I hate this platform so much. Oh my God, I hate it. I with a passion. Because it's good. It's good and it's bad at the same. It is fantastic and horrible at the same damn time. I hate it, but I gotta show you something. I hate it. And then Facebook, they probably laughing. They probably got me up on the screen in the lunchroom. Look, we got him. Oh, we got him. Oh, we got that dumb monkey. He's just stupid as everybody else. Y'all, we all survived this together, or we all die together. All he has to do is see some hearts and likes. Yeah, we got him. We done reeled him back in. He done took the bait. Look at this. Let me show you this right here. I'm gonna show you some memes on my timeline. There ain't no more truth happening anywhere that I can find on the planet than on my timeline with these people. So number one, this is what you could have done, all right? This is what see the flu alert right here? Anybody use WeatherBug? I got this WeatherBug this morning, right? And a little WeatherBug popped up. And it didn't say this. I changed it. I changed it because this is the world. I changed my world. And it just said it was a pollen alert. I was like, oh, all right. This is what I'm trying to tell the people. This is what they could have done. So when this kicked off and it came here from Wuhan, the artificially induced thing that your president told you, that 20 other professionals told you about, including the CIA guy, that it was artificially induced, they could have just said, all right, we got something that's popping out. Looking at the data in China, Iran, and other places, it looks like it's only hurting people with weakened immune systems, old folks, people with autoimmune conditions, and chronic illnesses. We need to send out a flu alert to them. It is flu season, but somebody released something crazy is going on. We really don't know what's going on, but we need to send out a flu alert, not social distancing. Okay, I'm so sick of y'all. I'm so sick, and I can't even talk about that probably, because they'll probably delete the video if I say anything against the new word. I hate your phrases. It's stupid. You know, if somebody's sick, you walk away. You see somebody coughing, scratching, and itching, you don't shake their hand. You don't give them a hug, kiss them, and try to sleep with them. You don't do nothing. Y'all know, because y'all got that Tinder thing. I have never used Tinder. I ain't never going to use it. Where you swipe left because you want some booty, some ding-a-ling, or something stupid like that. I know. You don't have every disease on the planet. Y'all keep playing on that website. You keep playing on, especially right now. Keep playing on that website. You look at somebody and they don't look right, you already know it. You don't have to invent a word called social distancing and give it to adults like they're children. They stay away from sick people, right? We've known that for 5,000 years. You don't need to come up with these little ignorant things. And now you got that guy at that church running around chasing people. Why are you going to church? You know you're going to get your community sick and blah, 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 blah. You're never supposed to forsake the coming together of the believers. Let them believe. They want to go to church, let them go to church. Leave people alone. They're grown adults. I'm so sick of y'all and your ignorance. But I can't say that because it's Facebook. All right, here you go. This is what they could have done. See, the problem is if they did that and they protected your old population from a pandemic that's nowhere near the top of real pandemics. Do y'all know what a pandemic is? Somebody go out there, if you think a pandemic is the cuckoo virus, go out there and look and see if it says cuckoo virus. No, it doesn't. If you go out to Webster, which is a liar, a killer, a colonizer, and a psychopath who wrote a book who made up all the words in a broken language that destroyed everything, it'll say a pandemic is something that affects multiple continents. A disease, an illness. Are there any illnesses that affect multiple continents? Okay, it's a couple of them, isn't it, right? We can start at probably the top of the list. Cardiovascular disease, cancer, leukemia, autism, ALS, dementia, blah, 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 right? All the plagues that your modern medical system that's trying to help you gave you with the pesticide companies. All the ones that your politicians took all the money from. With the 5G companies, Huawei and Cisco and all the rest of them. All right? Stop going to the people who caused the problem to solve your problem. They didn't have to shut everything down. All they had to do is protect those people. It's not even in the midsection of the real pandemics in this world. You got hundreds of pandemics right now. That's nowhere near the top. But the news is only talking about that one. Why? Because it has your attention and you're scared. Scared people that, you know what? I said something this weekend. The most dangerous weapon ever invented, the weapon of mass destruction, was that damn television. That's the most dangerous weapon on the planet. So now you got people who need help who can't get help. You have people with cancer who can't get appointments, people with HIV, AIDS, people locked in their house, shut-ins who are actually dying. And that's why this is important. And that's why I call it the cuckoo virus, because you're cuckoo. You're not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You're cuckoo for handing your middle-class GDP to psychopaths. Right now, the only trucks on the street are Jeff Bezos. Why? Because the billionaires are looting your country. They're looting your middle class for its GDP capability. All on your fear, because you're hunkered in your house like a child. Because you got sent to your room by the psychopathic billionaires that own the United States Incorporated. That's all they had to do right there. I'm going to go down and make a few points. I haven't been on Facebook in a little bit. No, I don't support any president. That was my whole point right here. I don't support any president. Number one, because I'm not a slave. I'm not a monkey. I don't need cage owners, and I don't need anybody to tell me what to do. I never will support a president. I'm an anarchist. I believe human beings are free at birth. I don't think they should be given shackles called debt at birth to crony capitalists, communists, or socialists. No, I think they should be free. I don't think they're born into slavery. So I don't believe in your leaders. But if I see something that's true, I'll say it's true. If I see something that's false, I'll say it's false. By shutting down your country, it was the side effect of a failed impeachment. That's what it was. But we went through the details. It wasn't just that, but that's one of the later superhuman abilities, and haven't had a flu in 10 years. And to you, that's crazy. If you not had a flu or cold in 10 years, you're lying. No, I'm not. You're stupid, but that's okay. I used to be too. Ignorant is the word. I'm sorry, Facebook. You got to talk like a child here. I was ignorant. These hippies were telling me stuff like, oh, if you eat, the food is thy medicine and medicine is thy food. I would say you were ignorant and stupid. That makes no sense. I used to work in the pharmaceutical industry. That makes no sense. They're saving lives. It's like, yeah, they're saving lives-ish from a medical industry, according to Dr. Shiva, who said it the best, was designed for triage medicine. They were literally designed to be MASH. They were designed for wartime medicine. When I started eating healthy, eating organic, raw as much as possible, cut back the meat, and eventually I got rid of the meat, and I started thinking positive. I started spending my time around positive people. I literally stopped looking at politics. I basically did everything the hippies told me to do, except for smoking cannabis like I'm a fool. And free love, because free love gonna get you every disease, especially in America. Free love gonna get you all diseases. You need to strap that down. I did everything the hippies told me, and magically I got healthy. Magically, and now I can't get sick. So here's a clue. When bad times are coming and you're scared of the flu, and yes, that did rhyme, listen to people who don't get the flu, right? There is success and there is theory. There is I did it and I'd like to do it. There is I've done it and there is practicing. And this is no hit on people practicing. It's no hit on doctors or practitioners. They have an important place in this thing too. See, I can't tell you why I'm healthy. I can't tell you that. I didn't go to school to be a doctor. I went to school to be a software engineer, which is why I'm explaining to you, we can feed every child on this planet and you can stay at home and watch your Netflix, enjoy your life with your wife, your husband. It is my job to write the software to grow your food, build your houses. You're supposed to be out there and enjoying life, becoming a pleasant creature, discovering consciousness, and doing things for me like making music, learning how to draw with some crayons or something, you know, making pretty things so I can do what I love to do, which is to write software to free your monkey behind. There are people who can answer the question, well, why are the hippies healthy? We can study them. Let's take a sample of the blood. I went to school. I'm a doctor. I know how to use this equipment, that, turn on this light, flip that, do this test kit. Okay, this is what happened. You got pesticides in your system. They don't have pesticides. Okay, so he's eating organic. So his body's not fighting the 11 popular pesticides that the kids are pissing out. He lives far from a 5G tower. He eats organic and fresh food. She does this, she does that, and they do that population variance and all them big words. I don't know nothing about that. All I know is I'm healthy. I listen to the crazy people, and now I'm healthy. And it seems crazy to people who get flus and colds every year. Guess what? If you listen to Doctor Who and Doctor Who gets a flu and cold every year, so are you. If you listen to the cat and dog cat organization and they get flus every year, they're all full of people who get sick every year, then you're going to get sick every year. If you listen to Dr. Fence and his nonsense, then he gets sick every year, you're going to get sick every year. Meanwhile, of course, and they're going to test the solution, his cure in Africa. We're not even going to go there. Okay, we're going to leave that alone. But the point is, you have people who try something, they succeed at it, then you get the theorizing professionals and you have them say why. And then they can share that information with everybody else. You know what that's called? It's called science. Not fake science, science. It's not called faking science for corporations. It's supposed to evolve. The science is never settled. Anybody who tells you that the science is settled is somebody trying to sell you products, okay? They're not scientists. They're an advertising agency. They got a stethoscope and a white jacket. It's never settled. If it were real science, they'd be evolving. They don't have time for CVS's and Walgreens on every corner all over this world to sell you chemicals called synthetic drugs and medicine. That's not. All right. Their job is to figure out what is best, to tell people to do it, to save more lives, not have you in your house cowering like a little child under your bed until the people who cause the problems, the industry that's corrupt and dirty, that use science-ish, pseudoscience, that's profitable, that gave you the problem. They're not going to cure you. That's not their job. Their job is to make money. If their job was to do science, they'd be working with the people that are healthy to figure out why you're sick, not centering them on the internet. All right? We'll go through a couple posts here. I'm going to read comments and I'm going to go. That's real science. All right? That's real science. Y'all going to get us all killed sitting in your house with this waiting for the cure nonsense, because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Human beings don't like being slaves. And I'm going to tell you right now, a whole bunch of us, we ain't going to take your cure. All right. You got two choices. We're going to free each other, or we're going to burn this mother down. Which reminds me of something. I do got to show you something else. I got to show you something else, because I think it was Farrakhan who said it. Like, what is wrong with this dude? He talking about Farrakhan right, Donald Trump right, Barack Obama right. They all right in their own ways. But it was Farrakhan, he said to you, he talked about the slave. Y'all remember that talk? Somebody will post the name of it. I forgot how the name of it. How basically the master would pull the slaves closer to, man, I got an ant problem. Hang on, I'm losing my mind. Y'all see this right here? Look at it. I'm losing my mind. The ant ain't supposed to be that big. That's crazy. I got ants, so I ain't got time to do, I got real problems. All right. Right. Well, the slave is the one that is pulled, the house slave, right? Why would you make a slave a house slave? Well, because if you can get the slave to live in your basement, if you can get the slave to live next to the big house, the slave will protect the big house. If you can convince the slave that it's a part of master, you can get the slave to cheer master. You know, because how they talk, how you know how they go, I gotta be careful because it's Facebook. You're not allowed to say honest things. You're not allowed to, you know, offending people. Is we's okay, boss? Is we good? Is we making money? Is our GDP's good, boss? Is we voting for us, boss? Is our house on fire, boss? If our house is burning down, boss, we's gonna help you clean it up. We's gonna help you put the fire out. You see where I'm going with this? When the plantation is on fire, you got two choices. I gotta show you this meme I made. You got two choices. You can put water in the bucket, pretending that your master loves you, and go put it out when this nonsense is burning down. You can either put kerosene in that water bucket, or you can put gasoline, you can put JP4, or you can put water in there. You can go save master's house because it's never your house. It's not your GDP. It's not your country. It's not your state. It's not your, it might be your town, but that's about it. But none of it belongs to you. It belongs to billionaires, the one you're trying to save. We either gonna burn this mother down, we're gonna help it burn, we're gonna tell the billionaires you cannot have your psychopathic world back that created this. It is not your world. This belongs to I got ants on my feet, man. Losing my mind. Somebody released poison ants in my house. All right, don't put the fire out, people. Don't help the billionaires get their world back. Don't help giving them the middle class GDP. Is that Diana? And on YouTube, that's why I'm here. That's the only reason I'm on Facebook. If y'all want to be happy, I'm on Facebook for a minute. It's her fault. Because she was yelling at me saying that, oh, the CIA was getting me and threatening me. No, they did not. That's not what happened. CIA don't care nothing about me. All right, anyway, let me move down. Stop being a slave. You're not a slave. All right? Yeah, you need to take care of your family. Hang on, there was a good post by something else. Let me see. My wife and I had this fun game. Oh, yeah, that's the quarantine fun. Gotta have fun. You can have fun on Facebook. That's all it's good for. There are a couple points here I want to go through the weekend, and I'm going to get out of here. Yeah, and this ain't true either. This ain't true. I know. I'm not going to touch it, though. Because the people, they don't read their Bibles. They don't read the book of Judas. Now I'm going to say something going to offend somebody, and I'm going to get thrown off of Facebook again. Just read, people. It's fundamental. Brother Bill had a great video last night. I hope y'all watched it. Brother Bill Bunting. He looked like he's a hippie. No, he looked like he's a redneck. That's why I love Bill. I told him that the other day. I sent him, I said, man, I love you to death. I love you to death. You know why I do? Because you don't fit the narrative of what anybody thinks you're supposed to, right? He looked like this hippie. The only thing that could, well, Bill could be improved. He had a mullet. He ain't got a mullet though. But he looked like this in the jungle dude. Dude you would never watch. Survivalist. Looked like he'd have a dirty truck and a Dixie sign and a gun rack right down in the country. You would think he would be somebody that the brown people supposed to hate and be fearful of. You find out Brother Bill, the first Brother Bill video I watched, he explained if he was yelling and screaming, I didn't know if they was gonna take out torches and Klan hats and stuff and still do that party thing that they do. And he said, my grandbabies are black. Blew me away. I've said that before. If y'all don't follow Bill Bunting on Facebook, he's another person that you need to follow. This man has mixed grandbabies, trying to explain the truth to you. And now, when push comes to shove, this is who you know the real people are. This is who the real men are. This is who the real women are. He did that video last night, explained to you that they're taking seeds off the shelf at the Walmarts, and he's growing as much food as he can for his neighbors because he loves his neighbors. He knows what community is. That's a real dude. That's what men do. Men protect their family. Men protect their family. So do women. They don't sit in the house and watch the news and wait for the psychopath billionaires that cause this problem to fix the problem. Because when they come and they show up at that door with their cure, your world is going to burn. I promise you that. I promise you that. You think that, oh, people won't go along with it. We like being slaves. Oh, no, that's not going to happen, baby. We are not going for mandatory martial medical law. It's not going to happen. I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to lose your whole damn country playing that game. It's too late. The cat is out the bag, and people have realized that Dr. Fence doesn't have a cure. They're just trying to get animal tissue and whatever, and I'm not saying them things don't work. Maybe they work sometimes. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I'm not a pro-vaxxer. I know this. I'm healthy, and I don't mess around with their synthetic drugs. And you ain't going to force it on nobody. Here's the video right here. He going around the churches trying to tell people that they shouldn't go to church. People need faith and hope right now. So he's filming outside the church and they're pulling up. He's talking in their window, giving them the cuckoo virus. You're supposed to be social distancing, Pastor. You should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all need to go to that thread right there. Y'all need to just be cussing them people out because I'm so sick of your social distancing. I'm done with this. You're an adult. You're over 10 years old. Stop letting adults give you little theme words and phrases of the new thing you're supposed to do that your grandparents told you you're supposed to do for the last 5,000 years. You avoid 6 people. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm gonna try to get the comments, y'all. This is longer than what I meant to be here. Here, look right here. This is important right here. Are you watching this? So you're telling me the same guy who was caught on video all over YouTube, who said we can lower the amount of people on the earth with something I can't say, is now making something I can't say, and the people can't wait to get it? Is you stupid, dumb, crazy, blind, crippled, and a fool? Are you kidding me? Can you read? Can you write? Can you think? Is your brain working? Is that jelly goo between your ears doing anything other than watching the news? All right, I'm out. I'm done. Because I'm getting excited now. And I'm going to say things that's going to get me thrown off of Facebook again. And I can't do it with you people. I can't do it. Walmart's pulling that. That's Brother Bill's video right there. Y'all need to watch it. Somebody posted a link to it. Here you go right here. They're non-essential in your neighborhood with kids. Hang on. Damn it. Stop sending that. Stop it. Stop it. I love y'all. I do. Don't do that because this guy get excited when I see that. Keep in mind, they're non-essentials. And no, it's distracting. Nah, y'all can do that. I like it. It's making me addicted to Facebook. And I don't like that. They got my addiction. They know how I am. All right. They're non-essential people in your neighborhood. They need your help, right? Right now, this is real talk. This is more adult talk. So if you don't want to be an adult, you want to be a child and go back and talk about politics, please click off the video and go do that right now, expeditiously. If you want to be adult, grow the hell up and realize there are people who are hurting right now. Not everybody's considered essential. Not everybody has an income. People are running out of food. And it's your neighbors. They got kids and you know who they are. But people are proud. We built this psychopathic, pride-based society where people won't ask for help. Don't wait to ask for help. I had a grandmama. She would never wait for anybody to ask for help. She'd bake you a pie, some cookies, some cake, and take it to your house. And if you want to save lives, don't bake nobody no pie, no cake, no cookies, no Snicker bars. When they did the donuts with the chicken, don't do that. You're going to murder them. You're going to kill them. Okay? Bake them something healthy. Take them some food. Go to your house and knock on the door. I'm going to help you out with it. Because I did this. I'm not telling you to do anything I haven't done. If you have too much of something, you go knock on it and you know that they're in need. And they're not going to say it because they need to be prideful in this ignorant society we have that's owned by billionaires that y'all want to support and keep going and help them to re-normalize it. Go give them some of what you got. Right? They're not going to ask you. They're going to starve. They might steal eventually, but if you got too many tomatoes, go knock on the door. If you got extra boxes or bags of rice or oatmeal or some dry goods, they got kids and you know that they're not working. Most Americans, and I don't want to talk just about America because it affects the whole world. $500 from disaster. We've been doing this, playing this ignorant game for 2 weeks because it's an election year and the banks need a new digital dollar currency to build the next slave portion of the plantation. Go tell them you got too much. Lie to them. Say, listen, I got too much spaghetti. I got too much canned goods. I got too much. Can I offload on some of this on y'all? Will y'all take this and whenever you got too much, just hook me up. People won't ask. They're too proud. And they got kids. Look out for people and they'll look out for you. That's part of how we start to get our world back. As we become communities again and we start looking out for people. This is what grown people do. Don't wait for people to ask for help. They're not going to ask for help. Right. And this is another point right here. This idea that you're telling people to stay in their homes and you didn't even guarantee everybody a house. Ignorance, apathy, stupidity, bipartisan, psychopathic, evil, unholy, downright dirty, dastardly dogs, and who stole the land. Stole it. I am definitely a 40-acre and a muler. Why? Because every poor white person, black person, green person, blue person, Christian, Muslim, if you were born in a country, you have right to land. It is a right. It is a human right, just as air is a right to birds, bees, monkeys, butterflies, and anything else that needs the air. Your government can't ration your air to make you go get a career. Your government can't ration your water to make you go be a slave. Your government can't ration your land. You know why? Because they're not a government. They are a United States corporation, and the rest of the world in this for-profit model is trying to keep their slave plantation in a time we have enough automation and robotics to feed everybody and give everybody land. I'm sick of playing. I'm not here to play the games anymore, y'all. I'm done with it. I'm just done with it. They stole the land. No, we ain't doing that. That's good. Did y'all read? Y'all see this one? I can't read. I ain't read none of that. I ain't read none because that's gonna get me thrown off of Facebook. If you read, the problems are out there. They're just not obvious. All right. Yeah. All right. And then I'm done. I'm gonna read comments. I'm not even gonna read this one. But this was just about the point of don't give them their world back. Their world doesn't work. Every big corporation is unsustainable. All of them. Okay, the last thing I guess this ended up being kind of a summary of the things I didn't say. On Facebook, I said on YouTube and other places. The $2 trillion stimulus is not stimulus, nor is it for you. All right, it's for big corporations. It's for their crony criminal friends on Wall Street, exactly how George Carlin told you. It is a big club and you're not in it. They mandated that the IRS give you a tax credit that they can decide to take back if they want to at tax time. The $2 trillion, the cold hard cash of your money, it went to the corporations. It went to the billionaires and the crony ones who are stealing the middle class GDP to take the middle class back into the 1920s. The 1920s, where you had a super elite that had all the money, who lived in Elysium, and all the rest were slaves that had nothing. That's where they're taking us. All right, I'm done. I'm not reading no more. I'm tired. I got to eat breakfast. I have not eaten. Intermittent fasting is a thing. If you intermittently fast, you will become healthy. And that's what you would know if you had a medical industry that gave any damn about your health. They don't know anything about your health. They're faking, all right? You got really good doctors, and anytime you got a good doctor that figures it out, that tries to tell you what actually is going on, they take their medical license. That's how sick the system is. I'm reading comments and I'm gonna leave. All right. That's it. Love your passion, Gerard. Thank you, Christine. Unfortunately, it's not my passion. I'm born on the planet and I got a job. And my job is to look out for everybody. That's all we can do. I don't have an identity. Oh, you know what? That's why I was taking you to Facebook anyway. I was going to explain the matrix to you, the bug part. I guess sometimes my passion, it gets the best of me. Hang on a minute, I'm going to need me some ant spray. I got the answer. Like, y'all listening to a man that's on the internet that got ants everywhere. It got warm and these big old ants in my house. I don't know where they're coming from. And I'm not putting any pesticides in my house because the pesticides were linked to autism and Alzheimer's. And there were studies showing that medical doctors don't really talk about. So I don't have any pesticides. I had ant problems. I need to get rid of my ants. I make traps to get rid of them. I haven't made any traps. Them damn things is big. Did y'all see how big that was? That damn thing was big. Whew. Like, oh my goodness, this man got ants. Hang on, wait. I got to show you the Morpheus post. No, it's not wasn't Morpheus. I wanted to talk about the UFOs. I wanted to talk about Russia and the Freedom of Information Act request and the Russian soldiers being turned to stone like pillars of salt that was in the scriptures that the ancients talked about in the Sanskrit text and the Bible, correlating what's happening today with what happened thousands of years ago. I wanted to talk about that, but I couldn't talk about that because apparently I'm getting fussed at on my other page that I can't even post the video to because I'm in all kind of Facebook jails. So in the movie The Matrix is what you can watch. Oh, this was way back. Oh, this was, I don't know if I can wait a minute. If I can do it a quick way. I'm not gonna go way down my time. I post too much. I post too much. It's gonna take me forever to get down. I'm not going down there. I'm gonna see if I can hit it real quick on the on my photo section. And I'll show it to you. When Morpheus, because they knew, remember when the agent knew that Morpheus had the power? They realized Morpheus was different. Not Morpheus, Neo. They realized he was different. And so they needed to be able to get to Morpheus and the rest of them that were saving people from the Matrix. They put that bug in him. Where's my photo at? And so Morpheus was, or Neo, got in the car because Trinity picked him up. Because she fine as hell. Trinity picked him up. And the first thing they said, well, listen, the first thing you got to do is get rid of this bug. First thing you got to do, you got to get rid of this thing, because you're gonna hurt us unless you get rid of it. The bug, because the bug was reporting on. The bug knew their location. The bug could listen. The bug had these powers. At first, we need to protect us by getting rid of that in you. You know what that bug is? It's called identity. As long as you got one, you're useless. Love you to death. I love you to death. But as long as you got an identity, you're useless, because you're gonna attach your intellect to your identity. You can't be woken up from the Matrix if you have an identity. The very basis of this Matrix, it's based on identity. That is the root problem with the lies of the lack of reality that we live in. The fact that they gave you an identity and they can control you with it. And this is why I'm saying that the media is the most dangerous weapon that's ever been created. Because all they got to do is show you something that's based on your identity. They're hurting somebody that looks like you, that has your sexual preference, that's got your eye color, your hair color, your skin color, born in your nation, born and has your political party. We need to rally together and do something stupid for the billionaires that are making all the money off of the Matrix. You got to get rid of the identity, or you're useless. All right, ooh, I gotta show you a couple memes. I'm gonna show you, here it is right here. This is it right here. This is a very long Facebook video. And I'm sorry if you joined late, but this is how it works. I wish the world were so easy that I could explain to you the things that I know and the things I've seen and my friends have taught me in 15 minutes. I can't do that. Usually I do discussions and I yell a lot and laugh a lot. Right? As long as you got group, as long as you have an identity, you're locked into group thinking. There's nothing you can do about it. You're useless. You will always help the Matrix if you have an identity, because all they're going to do is show you a new news report that breaks you. All right? That's it. I'm done. I'm going to read comments, then I'm going to go. You have to get out of the Matrix. And the only way to escape the Matrix is to get rid of your identity. This mother needs to burn down. We are where we are. We can now take the debilitated world and do something decent with it. Okay? That's what we need to do. We can do something decent for everybody, but you got to get rid of your tribal ignorance. They put us there. Oh, that was a decent one. An artificially induced pandemic created to turn humanity into a house-arrested battery, because they're not going to let you at the house till they can inject you with what they have is profitable, and I can't say what that is, otherwise it'll pick up on the learning software. What is that? The regulation, the shadow banning. All right, reading comments and I'm leaving, but first I'm changing over to music. That's it. That's all I got. We can fix everything, but the first thing is you got to stop being scared. I'm not allowed on Facebook, and I stay in Facebook jail because I talk about solutions. I am not interested at all in the drama. My interest is solutions. What is the solution? Yes, I like the UFO and the aliens, but we talk about free energy and how it can be utilized with automation to pretty much free the human race from enslavement. All right. Salt keeps the ants from going away. Thank you, Christine. I'll have to get it out of shot. We have a giant fire ant piles everywhere in our yard. Yeah, we got to get rid of the ants. The ants serve a purpose like everything else, Sandra, but you got to limit them. Y'all talking about ants. I was talking about other stuff. All right. Um, we're all now prisoners of war. Yes, we are. John is right about that. I know that John is aggressive. I know you don't like John. But John, Max Joy, his different names, he's saying truthful things. We are in an open air prison. You are on house arrest. You got sent to your room by psychopathic billionaires that own your country. And they're going to make you stay in your room as well as your political parties until they get enough of a cut. And then they're not going to let you out your room till they give you social credit scoring, the digital dollar. You take your pin cushion stuff that I can't say on here, and you let the people who cause all the problems give you the solution. That's when they're going to let you out your house. And if you go for that, you're stupid. Why are you stupid? Because we're going to burn the world down if you let that happen, because most people ain't going for it. Thank you, Gerard. Don't kill the ants. They're just looking for food, like everyone else. Gina, I agree with you. I agree with you because I'm awake. When I'm asleep, the ants gonna die. I'm sorry, I don't do that. Ants climb on me when I'm hippie till you scare me. You scare me, we don't do the hippie thing no more. I love Bill. I love Bill. He is an amazing man. Good morning, Beaufont. Bill is good until he tried to claim the viruses a produced by the human are produced by the human body. Well, you know what, Beaufont, and this is a deep thing. Everybody's wrong. Everybody's right. And people can only speak to you from where they are, right? I'm trying to figure out this whole, I got to get this ant off of me. Hold on. Bastard. I'm not going to claim that I understand the whole virus thing. I will say that I'm being educated, and I do understand now that you can't. Gotta be careful what you say. Virus is an excretion of cells. It's a compound that's excreted from cells, from the cells cleansing themselves, right? A lot of different things can make that happen. And there's a great debate about whether or not a virus is alive, but you can't catch a virus per se, right? And so everybody is learning. And as long as people remain friends and they don't act like ignorant children and block and hide from each other and whatever, we can all learn from each other. So Bill has a lot of passion, and Bill says things aggressively, and so does Max Joy, so does Beaufont, but Beaufont to put like a picture of an anus cake or some okra or something on it. Everybody's got that passion. Brother Tony, he's got his passion. He said, I snap at these a-holes. Yes, he does. And Tony's supposed to, because that's Tony. So does Ty. And I said it on YouTube. I didn't say it on Facebook, so I'll say it here. People tune into the drama because they think, oh, Tony and Ty hate each other now. I can promise you this. Tony and Ty do not hate each other. I can promise you this. Ty is Ty. We disagree on things. Tony is Tony. We disagree on things. And everybody's learning. Nobody's got all the pieces. The people who have all the pieces, like I told somebody this weekend, all the truthers, if you want to get the whole truth, you need to go to the cemetery, all right? Because the system that you're trying to save puts them all there. Anytime you meet somebody who actually knows everything that's going on, they bury them, all right? Martin Luther King, JFK, John Lennon, Bob Marley, right? Very long list, George Carlin. Anyone who even gets close to figuring out a good portion of the truth is in the cemetery, where the system that you are trying to get normalized back was designed to put them. So I'm still trying to figure that out. And if we had real science in the medical industry, they'd be studying the hippies to try to figure out, well, why don't we get sick? So they could tell everybody else to help you heal. The problem is that's not profitable, because it means you're going to be eating a lot of organic food. You're not going to have pesticides sprayed on crops. You're probably not going to have a lot of fluoride and chloride in the water in easy ways for millionaires to become billionaires and billionaires to become trillionaires, if you actually had them. She do look kind of swole. I look swole? Yeah, Beaufont, I'm not. It's the camera. All right. Plus, I've been in the garden. I got a lot of people around here need food, and that's why I'm not on Facebook a lot. It's because I got a lot of food to grow. They got you afraid to speak. John said they got me afraid to speak. Well, John, let's explain to people. So first of all, the only thing I'm afraid of grizzly bears and somebody hiding okra in my food. That's the only fears that I have. And I even appreciate the grizzly bear and what it's supposed to do. I'm not scared of anyone. I don't have time for childish platforms, John. I appreciate Mark Zuckerberg. Like the Facebook is an amazing platform, but the reason I live stream elsewhere, I explained it. You got to go back to the beginning of the video. I really don't want to say it again, as I just don't have time for childish discussions. And if you're not allowed to say what's true without ending up in jail in the 25 different ways now that they have to put you in Facebook jail, then Facebook hasn't decided yet it wants to come along with us in fixing the planet. Facebook is it's an awesome platform. I am fantastic for discussion and learning. However, they don't run their own platform. They have a state-run platform. This is what the ignorance did that got people with the whole Russia thing. They don't run their platform. I want them to run their platform, but they don't run it. If Mark Zuckerberg ever gets Facebook back, then I'll be back. Until then, I'm not scared. I really don't care what they do to me, John. I tell them all the time, come to my door. I'm a grown-ass man. This is my cuss video. And I'm going to go back. I'm not going to cuss again. But I had to cuss today. I'm a grown-ass man. I don't have time for no deep state scaring me. They don't scare me. Police don't scare me. Thugs don't scare me. I grew up on the outskirts of Washington freaking D.C. It was a regular thing that my friends were getting beat up by police. They don't scare. I'm not easily scared. Look at my eyes, damn it. Look at my skin. Check the craziness in my voice. Do I look like I'm scared? No, I just don't have time. I don't have time. I'm a grown-ass man. I don't have time to sit here and let them control the conversation. That's stupid. I don't have time for stupidity. I've got important things to do. So yeah, I'm not going to play with them. There are real world people who live around me who I need to be working with. That's why. And so I'm not going to have a staged debate on Facebook because you got to fit one side or the other in every nation it's in. Because the NATO, Global Alliance, whatever they're called, because they dictate what's true and false, and they're doing the shadow banning. No, y'all give this platform back to Mark Zuckerberg and you make this about profit and money again, then I'm good to go. Yes, Susie Rosenberg sees the day. We have an amazing opportunity right now to fix everything. While the billionaires are trying to figure it out and they're trying to get their position, who's going to own the new currency, who's going to own America, the Democrats and Republicans trying to figure out who's going to own the country and keep the gaslit slaves and people down to the toilet paper and all the disaster capitalists trying to figure their thing out. We can say, no, we're done. We can walk away. We can grow our own food. You can decide that you'd rather spend your life with your family doing important things or go back to doing nothing essential for massive corporations and billionaires. Is that a carpenter, Aunt Jasmine? I had no idea. We still have games on TV, just the sporting and music events, really. Maybe we can make our own music and play sports ourselves. Absolutely, Kim Jackson. But they've broken everything. Like, I mentioned the other day. And it's kind of a summary. Like I said, you think the movies are coming back? No. The movies are done. You got people so scared of each other, they'll never go to a movie again. That industry is gone. Movies from now on will be on these little smartphones or go back to drive-in theaters because these people want to live in bubbles now because they're scared of oxygen and bacteria and each other. Sporting events, that's done. That's not coming back for a long time. Concerts, that's done. See what politics, this is why I don't do politics. Politics is stupid. It's all about robbing Peter to pay Paul and you destroy everything around you. You literally, outside of the currency flip at that level, you have a political party that was upset that they lost the impeachment, that they would collapse your entire nation, your food, your medicine, your everything. To stop someone from being president who just does what they do, he just says it in a silly way. But he does everything they do. He bombs everybody, police state, all of that stuff. All right. Hey, Rebecca Costello, what's my perspective on what? Or is that even a question to me? Good morning, Jeannie. I was super focused. We were looking for crystals, and that's a great thing, Jeannie. Crystals are important. Good morning, Deanna. I don't follow QAnon and feel there is a plan and savior coming. Therefore, the bread and circus continue. Just Lori, I've never said that on Facebook here, so I'll say it in the live stream. Once again, people, I worked in corporate America. That's what I did. There were no secrets from us in corporate America. And this is going back 10 years. They might have new encrypted rollout, automated deployment solutions, but when I was there 10 years ago, there wasn't anything I couldn't figure out. There wasn't any, as admin access installing the servers, you have ability between that and the network engineers to have all the encryption keys there. There was no secrets. There is nobody anonymous on the internet. You're not gonna like it, but it's true. Anonymous isn't anonymous, and neither is QAnon. Everybody in the deep state knows who he is, where he is, who she is, where she is, where they go to lunch, who they eat with, when they're coming back, what they made for lunch, where they ate breakfast, what kind of M&Ms they like. There's nobody anonymous. Because if system administrators know it all, the deep state, whichever you want to call them, who have all the keys to all the software package, they got all the back doors to the operating systems, they see everybody and know everybody. There is no dark web, there is no deep web, there is no place you can go on their devices, on their infrastructure, with their network devices, on their servers and their networks that they approved all the keys for that they don't know about. All right? They know it all. They just choose not to act. Well, that's not true. If that was true, then they would know that people are buying murder for hire and pedophilia on the dark web. I've said it a million times. The only crimes that go unpunished in this country are the ones that they don't care to punish. All right? This is a matrix. You are in the matrix. They need crime. Crime keeps you voting to give up your civil liberties and your rights as a human being. They let wild, psychopathic things happen because it scares you and it makes you consent to the system. The same way they're not doing anything about the prison system and the recidivism rate. Why? Because if they take a child and they had a dried plant and they put them in prison with grown adults that rape them and beat them and make them violent till they'll join a gang and come out in public, when they release them to scare you, you'll vote for more powers for government. Government is about power, corporations are about money. They know it all. Nobody's anonymous and nobody's secret. So no, I don't trust the plan. If I see something I like, I'll say that. But in the history of the human race, the kings and lords have never come to save children, nor your ignorant behind. It'll never happen because it's never happened. And the same human brain that was in our brain 5,000 years ago, 4,000 years ago, 3,000 years, 2,000, and 1,000 years ago is the same exact brain that's in our head now. The psychopathic elite are doing the same abuse to children and women as they always have been. Okay? Epstein, it did not kill himself and he is not dead. And why is he not? Because he's being protected by your political parties that you're trying to convince everybody that wants to fight pedophilia. They don't care. They're just wealthy people. And they'll say anything that they need to get you to agree with the police state and martial law. What is the principle on that? Power concedes nothing without demands. You give these ignorant people a police state, you give them medical martial law, they're not going to go turn it on, do mass arresting and give it back. They're going to keep it because that's what power does. All right, WD-40 is an effective blank word I can't use against herpes. That is not true, Beaufont, and that's why you stay in Facebook prison. Disarmament. Yes, John, they can disarm you. They're going to get you all. I don't believe in the violent revolution because they literally got lasers, death earth rays, or what do they call it? Direct energy weapons and Star Wars and chemtrails, and they know everything on the internet. They control these devices. They brainwash people. They poison the food. They can disarm everybody. The only way people win is we all stand up together and we walk away. You build strong people again by walking away from the system. They have everybody's consent, John, and they'll all turn on you. They'll turn on you for their medications. They'll turn on you for toilet paper. They'll turn on you for fluoridated water, and they'll turn on you for anything that they need. They'll turn on you to get their lives back. They'll turn on you for their slavery. They'll turn on you because they want their career slavery back. They want to go to the parks again. They want to go back to swimming in the pools. And so they'll turn on you. And they will cheer to have you thrown into prison. They'll cheer to have you shot because that's how this thing works. They need blood donations for virus growth. All right, Jimmy, I don't know anything about that. Supposedly they can only reproduce in a host or a lab now too. And so Kim Jackson, and that's the thing. See, I don't know, and I'm not going to claim to anybody that I do know. I would love it if doctors and scientists were released from the AMA so they could actually study it and realize what health is and do some preventative stuff. But to my understanding, you can mimic the symptoms of a flu very easily with EMF. You probably can do it with poisons, and you can do it, I guess, with those compounds. I think that Kim, I'm closely believing what the man in that video said, and I forgot his name. But he basically said that we look at each other and we pick up things all the time, right? There are conversations that are happening between us all the time. I do believe that you can go out in public, you can take your gloves and your mask, you can take your antibiotics and your scrubs and whatever you want, and your body is still picking up the discussions that are happening in other human beings through biophotons, outside of all the other stuff we don't understand. And if your body sees another human being that's going through a cleansing cycle and its cells are releasing, are they cytokines? I don't know what they're called. That detoxification, that your body starts to detox. Why? Because, and this is how you apparently catch it. And it makes sense. It's possible. I'm not saying you can't catch it through boogers and snot bubbles. You probably can through that wet method too. But just going out in public in your body, having a conversation with somebody else's body that's cleansing, I think your body is doing its evolutionary requirement, which is saying, hey, Kim Jackson, oh, wow, Kim Jackson's going through a cleanse. That might mean something's coming and it's going to affect our immune system. So we need to go through a cleanse too. So you go to work and you don't necessarily catch it, but your body says, I need to cleanse also. And so you got a flu season, which works at a tribal level, which makes sense to me. If one person in the tribe got something, then all people in the tribe need to cleanse, otherwise the entire tribe dies. And so what we might be calling flu season is your body replicating the behaviors in other human beings that you walk around, that you're breathing air from, that you're sharing water with, that's teaching your body that the whole tribe needs to go through a cleansing. Some people cleanse and some people don't. And I'm not going to say, again, I don't know. But that actually makes sense to me. It makes sense that because all your cells are communicating through biophotons. You know how they said, the medical industry said it was always chemistry, and now we know every cell in the human body emits 1,000 pulses of light every second. So your body's in constant contact with every other cell in your body, which is in contact with everybody you're walking around. All right, thank you, Hillary. It's a protein and it's covered by a fatty layer. And I'm not going to go too far down that because I don't even know what I'm talking about, Hillary. I don't. And I'm old enough to admit it. All right. You know, actually, I think if the CIA was going to send a plague to Gerard, it would probably be cats. No, Patricia, the CIA doesn't have to use cats. They're already trying to kill people no matter what you want to do. Cats are psychopathic. I have not changed from that. But if they want to, they can do anything they want. I really don't care. I've lived a great life. But as long as I'm here, I'm going to say what's true. And if I get enough of it right and y'all get your system renormalized, then they're going to have to send me to the cemetery because that's what the system does. All right. Yep, all theories. And life is a theory too, Lori. Everybody's got theories. I'm interested in all of them. That's why I got friends on the left. I got friends on the right. I got friends in Africa. I got friends in the trailer park. I got friends in the ghetto. I got friends in the barrio. All types and sorts. I got friends of white nationalists. I got friends of the skinheads. I got friends of the Bloods, Crips, and Black Panthers. Why? Because I want to know everything. Everybody's got theories. They got their own experiences. And if I was born them, I'd be them. So I have no interest in judging them like an ignorant adult that most of the people I grew up with are. All right. Any other comments before I'm going to go? My training experience says viruses are living things. Okay, Lori, thank you for that. I'm not in either camp, Lori. I don't know. I don't think we know. I don't think the word living exists. I don't think that word is true. What does it even mean? What is alive? As ignorant human beings, we make up words and we try to make our world make sense because we got these little finite brains that doesn't work with chaos. I think a lot of things are a lot more chaos than what we think. I don't think we can describe things if we try to make them simple for our little monkey brains. Politics suck. Yes, they do, Sandra, and they're going to end the world if we're not careful. Yes, Carolyn, dandelions give us love right now. Yes, they do, Jennifer, and they're medicinal cures, and we had doctors studying that, we'd be doing pretty good. But instead, we got fake science, a fake medical industry that's killing people that's based in wartime medicine. Dr. Shiv explained that, makes perfectly good sense. And people want to keep that system going. They want to bring it back. That's why my parents told me to keep quiet and keep my head down. They will take you out if you call them out. Yes, they will, Jasmine. That's how I know I haven't been effectively calling people. Well, no, I mean, to be truthful, you can say truthful things on the internet. You just can't get good at it. As long as you don't get good at it and you don't have a big following, you're fine. If people start to listen or you get a big following, then that's when they're going to take you out. But as long as you're ineffective, I mean, the system does a lot for some dissension, just not significant, not current, not economic or profit affecting effectiveness. All right. It's just everything's economics. That's why I don't believe in conspiracy theories. I just believe in economics. If somebody's making money doing it, if someone could make money doing it, they're going to be making money doing it because everybody wants money. Oh, good. Y'all are talking medicinal cures. That's what doctors should be looking at. Drying the roots, blah, 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 blah. All of that great stuff. Lead by example. People are only as good as they nurse their bodies and soul. Absolutely, Karen. Absolutely. And I know this was a long video. Most people don't watch long videos, and I honestly don't care. Because if you're too stupid to realize that the world's not that easy to explain, then you're probably supposed to get called back. That's what nature does. That's what the planet is supposed to do. It's supposed to keep turning around, and the universe is one big, massive ecosystem that evolves sentient life. If you can't ever evolve sentience, if you can only learn through memes and short 20-minute videos, then you're probably supposed to get called back. All right. Super slimy smoothies. Yes, Patricia, that's one part of the way I stopped getting sick. If you don't want to catch the flu, then that's what you probably should do. If you don't want to catch the flu, find someone who succeeded with the flu. Find someone who hasn't had the flu in over 10 years and start doing what they're doing. Don't go to Mr. Fence and ask him and the system that's poisoning you for a cure. The blocking feature is used to make people think that they got some kind of power over others. It's like a social credit system. That in Julie, absolutely. It's always worked that way, right? They can control your message through the most powerful way to control people is through their shadow banning, because you think that you're getting out there and you're not. I've got 5,000 friends and probably only 100 of them even get advertised when I do anything or post anything. They make you think that you're changing things and you're not. That's the easiest way to control people, like making them think they're free in America, and they're not. On Facebook, we can transfer URLs. You can, Jimmy, but not all the time. Like I said, that military video, and that's what bothered me, the National Guard video on the train, that I sent it to a bunch of people when I saw it, and as soon as the software saw me sending that video, it stopped it. None of my friends got that video from me, unless I'm wrong. Y'all can say if you got that video from me or not. And to me, Jimmy, that was a means of explaining that the National Guard isn't being deployed for what we're being told. I enjoy the National Guard being out. We need the National Guard. They're handing out food and water, and they're keeping people safe, and that's a good thing. But if they're blocking videos of showing people that they're being deployed, or the amounts that are being deployed, which is probably why they blocked that video, it's because there's something a little more nefarious, and the people at Facebook are told to block it, or the people they outsource the fact checking from and the shadow banning. That's how I know we're all in trouble and we're all going to die. We don't grow the hell up, because nothing is as it appears. But do they cleanse the host? Yes, Hillary, that's my understanding, is that your cells emit that stuff, and it gives you virus-like conditions to cleanse you. So when your body sees somebody else cleansing, your body goes through a cleanse. That's my understanding of it. In 100 years, we might think that's just totally ignorant and stupid and wasn't even close to the truth. But for right now, it's the best we understand. Lots of laughter. Look at Eddie Murphy on the bus using his crazy face. Oh, yeah, right, Patricia, right. Well, that's when I was doing my Eddie Murphy crazy. I grew up on Eddie Murphy. That's why the other reason I can't be on Facebook. I enjoy humor and honest adult humor, and you can't do that on Facebook, because here you got to be a child and you got to talk like a child, because we enjoyed the 1984 where adults are like big babies with diapers and they only say things that their government approves of. I don't believe impeachment was real. It was just another distraction. I think it was a distraction, Sharon. I think it was real from a Democrat-Republican perspective. I think that the Democrats want to impeach him and the Republicans wanted to keep them, and on their levels. I think above their level, it was a distraction. I think above their level, you have industries and corporations that fund both parties, and they needed to distract both parties and all the people in them for who knows what. And it could have been for this, but this came along, and it makes perfectly good sense that, hey, we need to break them. The only way we break them is to increase unemployment. We increase unemployment by listening to what Dr. Who says. Dr. Who says, shut down the economy. We're going to do that. He'll lose the jobs. He loses that. We might have a chance with our person who can't seem to stop touching children, right? There's always a narrative above that. Both parties are paid for by the same corporation, so nobody's ever going to convince me that they're any different. So on the levels that matter, it's 100% a distraction. Absolutely. But those people in that, the DNC and GOP and their voters, for them, it's very real. Because they know the government wants to kill them. Well, Susan, at the end of the day, they're going to do anything they can to stay in power. So what a powerful system does, and if it ever puts people between them getting what they want, then yes, they will kill the people. It's happened throughout history, and the same brain that was in our head back then is in our head now. All right, not like 9/11. Yes, Brenda Fallows, we let them get away with 9/11. That's why we're here. We let them get away with killing JFK. That's why we're here. We let them get away with 1871. We let them get away with the Federal Reserve, and that's why we're still here. Until we decide to fix it, until we grow up, read books, and actually know what we're talking about instead of faking it on fake book, nothing will change. Gerard, your talk this morning is much appreciated. Anytime, Ivana, thank you. I'm about to get out of here. I got my last music on so I can roll. I'm just trying to make sure I got comments by everybody. My garden is the real dirt. Amen, Carolyn. You got people around you, got human beings with bellies, and people with kids who don't realize what's going on. And they're going to need food, but they're going to wait till too late, where they pull the seeds off the shelf, where they control all the import of food to force people to take on whatever they want them to take on. So thank you for growing food. That's what we need to do. We need to work together. Stop with the conspiracy stuff in terms of who's a conspiracy theorist. If you're literally on house arrest right now, you're on house arrest. If you are on house arrest, new rule. If your government sent you to your room, you're not allowed to talk about conspiracy theorists anymore, because apparently they were closer to the truth than what you were. I don't even want to hear that word coming out your mouth. You are literally locked in your house like a small, petulant child. All right? Everything the conspiracy theorists apparently said was true. Doomsday Preppers at the top of Netflix for a reason, because you were wrong. Okay? All right, there was a movie, it's a disaster where a bunch of dirty bombs were set off, a comedy. Brenda, okay, Brenda Fallows, what are we gonna do? Okay, so solutions, Brenda, that's all we talk about is solutions. Are you guys howling? What are we gonna do, Brenda? Secure your communities, that's what you do. However, you gotta do that. Secure your community. Everybody has a means to help people in their own neighborhoods and build strong communities. Whatever that is, do that. If it's growing food, do that. If you're a hunter, you do security. If you're a politician, negotiating type, go talk to people, community organize. If you're someone who knows how to filter water, you're a chemist, do that. But strong communities have say in their government. Weak communities have no say. We need to rebuild strong communities, and we need to make friends with everybody again. We need to drop the identities. You need to go meet people that you don't know, and we need to become strong again. That's what you do. Stop being weak. We need to stop being popularly weak and dependents of psychopaths that created this problem. We need to fail Jeff Bezos. There's no reason why Amazon should still exist. We need to fail Walmart. There's no reason why such crony things should exist. The world is trying to burn. Bad business that's unhealthy is trying to fall apart. Let it fall apart. It is a big club and you're not in it. Act like you're not in the big club. That's what we need to do. George Carlin from Jimmy T. We were healthy from swimming in the East River. Yes, we were, Jimmy. I was healthy from being a Boy Scout. I never had the cuckoo flu. I used to swallow water from frogs and catfish and ducks pooping in the water so I can get my miles swimming Merit badge in Boy Scouts. We were very healthy back then. We never washed our hands as kids. We didn't even know what soap was. We used to take baths and pretend we used the soap. And we didn't get sick. You build up a strong immune system, you have very little to worry about. Somebody gives him a kitten. Somebody give him a kitten to raise. No, thank you, John. That didn't work out too well for Don, what's his name? Don Hemming, the guy that Carolyn fed to that damn tiger. Nope, I don't need a cat. I'm good. I got people I need to feed. I don't need to feed a cat too. I ain't got none. I had a whole bunch of cats in my life. I don't need any more. The last one, John, they had me crying. I ain't doing that again. I don't like crying when cats die. I'm not gonna do that. I get attached. I'm a punk. I know me. I'm not a punk when it comes to somebody with a gun. I'm not a punk when it comes to a gang. I'm not a punk when it comes to anything. But you let something that I love die and something that I love crying over it, I've all teared up. That's part of why I probably don't like cats. I don't know, because the cat died and my son started crying. I can't just look at my son crying and not cry. I'm a punk. I started crying. I was crying. He right over there. He buried right over there. His name is Anakin. Right over there. My son started crying. He broke me down. He broke me down. I can't stand to watch kids cry, and I can't stand to watch women cry. Anytime that happens, that's why I'm single. I ain't with nobody. Because I'm a punk. I know me. They start crying, you start just buckling. Your knees just to buckle. But I think we're designed that way. But no, I don't need a cat. We don't even know when or where or what we are. Thank you, Jasmine. We don't even know when or where or what we are. We don't know what water is. We don't know what air is, oxygen is. We need to stop forcing things on people, and we don't even know what it is. You can't force a medical system over people, a medical martial law. You ain't got no damn clue. That's just stupid. You live your life the way you need to. Let them live their life the way they need to. They want to go to church and sing and love, praise Jesus, then you let them do that. They got the faith to go do it. You take your social distancing and stick it up where you know where. Let everybody live their lives. I believe in euthanasia. I believe in sovereignty. You're not sovereign. Not your saying. Your political party isn't sovereign. Your nation isn't sovereign. The only that's sovereign are creatures. Monkeys are sovereign. Human beings are sovereign. Rhinos are sovereign. Governments are not sovereign. They're psychopathic systems used to control sovereign things. So you keep your sovereign ideas to your own sovereignty. You don't tell other people what to do. And that's how we get out of this. You get rid of your identity. We have to do. If we want to free the people, we got to act like we want to be free. And it's a beautiful thing about this system is you don't get to be free till you free other people. You don't get to eat unless you let your neighbors eat. We got to be a community. All right. Gerard by day, Luke Cage by night. I wish, Beaufont, I sleep at night. And I didn't sleep too good last night. Pearl Jam lyrics. Oh, okay. Thank you, Beaufont. What else am I to do? We are in the fellowship lifetime. We are in the fellowship. That's it, Jimmy. Do everything you can for your neighbors, your friends, anyone that you are upset with over the election. Make friends with them, get to know them, get to learn that they're all right and they're all wrong. You're all right and you're wrong. There is no such thing as division. We're all united and connected. We're all going to die together as a species, as we should, or we're going to grow the hell up. All ripples can become waves. Some become tsunamis. Absolutely, Kim. And we need a tsunami of freeing the human race. Let me show you a picture. We need to create a planet that takes care of each other. And if it doesn't take care of the people, it needs to go away. This is what we can do right here, right? We can make these automated food systems. We can feed everybody on the planet, and that's what we need to do. Massive growth facilities to let people stay at home, watch Netflix, Hulu, become good people instead of going to getting jobs, and corporations becoming psychopathic. All big corporations have negative externalities that are burning up the planet and filling the ocean full of plastic. It all needs to go away. We need to go back to being mature, grow the hell up, blah, 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 blah. For my last cuss word, and I ain't cussing again in my videos again, but I'll be called a hate speaker, is I'm a grown-ass man. I ain't got time for your platform. I ain't got time for your platitudes, your ignorance, your parties, your pissing, your pissandery. We need to grow up. All right. Good to see you live again. Thank you, Joe. You're not going to see it again. Facebook is not a platform for free speech. They ever get back to being that, if I ever stop going into Facebook jail on a daily basis, I'll be here. Damn it. I'm lying. Damn it. I hate Facebook because I'm lying. I forgot. No, because I have to share it to my page. Joe, there are people over there who think the CIA was coming for me, and they don't understand. I told them. I didn't tell them. I have to do a video and share it to my page so people will know No, I was not kidnapped. I was not taken. I'm not scared. Speaking of which, there's a show that y'all need to watch. I have a new favorite racist. What is his name? Mr. Kim. It's called Mr. Kim's Convenience Store. Does anybody watch that? If not, you need to watch it. Oh my goodness, this is my most favorite racist. My favorite racist back on the day was on Mama's House. What was it? All in the Family. My other favorite racist was oh, the music got killed. My other favorite racist was George Jefferson. Now my favorite, then my next favorite was George Lopez. He was, oh, great racist show. There are a lot of good racist shows that y'all should watch, and you're not supposed to say that stuff on. I say it because it's true. Oh, he just says the funniest things. Oh, about all of them. He hits all of them. So y'all should watch it. It's called Mr. Kim. No, it's called Kim's Convenience Store. It's about a North Korean family that came here, and they just point out everybody's ignorance, and I love it. I love you, Gerard. Peace out. I love you too, Gina. Peace out. I'm trying to get my exit music from Pat Riley, and it's not playing because they're playing with my platform here. Oh, there we go, right there. Boom. All right, then I'm gonna get out of here. Time to go garden and share the harvest. I said, Carolyn, I got plants to water. I got seedlings I got to take care of. Gerard makes me smile. Thank you, Miss Tree. You make me smile too. Miss Tree, I didn't know you was on Twitter. I had no idea. Miss Tree's twitting. I'm learning how to twit too. Twitter is a great platform. They still support free speech more than this little silly thing. So I'm over there too. You got to follow me on YouTube. You got to follow me on Twitter. But Facebook is not the spot to be. I'll check it out. Thank you. Very good. Grateful. So am I. I'm grateful for every last one of you. Love all of y'all. I love you, Donald Trump. I love you, Barack Obama. I love you, Putin. I love Bernie Sanders. I love Joe Biden. It's just none of them should have any more power over a potato gun. That's it. None of them should control rocks. None of them should control a daycare. No, because kids are right. They're free. They were born free. They don't need masters. We slave plantation. This mother needs to burn down. You need to let it burn. The system is falling apart, and that's the last thing we need to do is don't put water in the buckets. Hey, Master, we getting big buckets. We got the big button. We gonna come put out the fire on the billionaire, psychopathic, colonizer, world destruction, colonized crony world. In corporations, we're gonna throw some water on the fire and put some JP4 in that bucket, start throwing on the fire. Let this mother burn down, because the Democrats had their purpose for this. The Republicans had theirs. Donald Trump has his. The toilet paper hoarders got theirs. The seed hoarders got theirs. The bankers got theirs. Jeff Bezos. They all had disaster capital reasons. You got yours as a human being to free the human race. It's time to do a reset, or we're going to have to wait another 100 years to do it again. This is Gerard. Love y'all to death. I got to go. That's what you do. Get strong again. Stop being dependent. Stop being a little punk. Stop being a sissy. Grow the hell up. Do what's right. Feed your neighbors. Build strong communities. And we get out of here. See everyone happy.